Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. My video today is really just an unboxing sort of video. I haven't really done one of these before, but yesterday was Salon International. It's currently going on now, but I went and I got all my necessities. Since moving into the salon, I think this happens every year. I feel like I need new stuff. I kind of feel a bit more out of loop with what's going on, and Salon International really allows me to see what's going on, see what products are popping, and get some new goodies. So I thought I'd kind of share the sort of stuff that I get every year. My budget this year was about £250. I wanted to stick to that budget because I have basically 3 of everything I've got. So the first thing is this pair of scissors. So I bought 2. And the reason why I bought 2 is because it was 2 for one. But I normally get long pairs of scissors. So I've had 8-inch, 7-inch scissors for the longest. So I was really looking for a shorter pair of scissors, varying from a 5.5-inch to 6. So I got a 5.5 and I think this is a 6-inch. So I've got 2 pairs of precision, what I like to call precision cutting scissors. I kind of wanted to go back to cutting with my precision cutting, because I think that with the smaller scissors you get a little bit more precision, quicker, for shorter cuts. And I do a lot of short cuts in the salon, so just to be able to get those little details with these scissors would be great. I can't wait to use them on my first client, and I'm really excited about using them because I know for me personally, it's easier to cut longer hair with longer scissors, and it's easier to cut shorter hair with shorter scissors, and I wanted to have a variety of scissors as well. I mean, once I start using them, I'll see what my preference is, but personally I think I just have too many scissors and I wanted more. But I am looking forward to kind of going in and doing shortcuts with these scissors because I know it's going to come out great. Second purchase, precision combs, precision carbon combs. So I got these from Denman. Now there were a plethora of combs going on at Salon International, but I just picked Denman because they were carbon, and one of my first ever, like the first comb I was ever given were the carbon iron combs from Denman, and they were thick, they were amazing, they've lasted. I've got still like 2 pairs left, but I kind of keep them away because slowly but surely when you work in a salon and you work anyway, you lose your tools, especially when it comes to combs, clips and stuff like that. So I'm very precious about my original carbon Denman combs because I don't actually make them anymore, or I don't see them anymore. They tend to be they tend to talk about the combs that they have now. I felt like it was time for me to also get a small cutting comb also for my shortcuts, because it just lets you get in there a little bit more. Working with the other scissors is perfectly fine, but I went on a course, I went on a cutting course a while back, maybe 2 years ago, and I noticed that a lot of the head stylists were using smaller precision combs, and when I asked why, they said it was just for better precision, and I kind of forgot about that. And then I saw Beverly in the salon using some precision carbon combs on her model night, and it kind of reminded me that that's something that I wanted, so I kind of put it on my list, and I've used it a couple of times. I've used her comb a couple of times, and I loved it. And I thought, well, why haven't I been doing this? Why have I been sleeping on this game? Why is this only coming into my life now? Next thing I wanted a new pouch because mine, Def has been calling it for some time now, and it always happens though. Whenever I go to Salon International, maybe like 2 months before, things just start to fall apart. Scissors start breaking, things just start going missing, just everything just goes to pants really. So I decided to, one of my friends had this Tony and Guy pouch, and she'd been using it for maybe about 5 years and it was still very much intact. And I thought, I'm gonna get me one of those. or I'm gonna go to a manufacturer and get one made. Either one of the two. But I went to Tony and Guy and I thought, why not treat yourself? This was £18, I believe, £18. What I like about this particular one, I've got an off grey because everything I have is black, literally black on black on black on black on black. So I thought, let me just add a bit of grey, because apart from black, grey is also my favourite colour for winter. And they just love the smell of new things. Anyway, and the one thing I like about this pouch is how spacious it is inside. Like, look at that, it is so spacious. And it holds a lot of things. It's very deceiving and it holds a lot of things. And what I like, most of the pouches that I have can just about fit something of this length, and I wanted something more. And the fact that this also comes out on the side, don't be deceived, this comes out on the side and it stretches out a lot, and it also has different sections in there so you can put things in there. And when I first thought about getting it, I kind of had to think about why I wanted it, and etc etc, and I just literally wanted it because I have a lot of Kent brushes, and if you guys remember, my Kent brushes tend to have an extra bit on the end, and they don't fit into any of my pouches, which means that I need to always carry them in their own cases, and that's long. So I would actually prefer to have a pouch that can hold all my brushes. Yesterday I went to get something that kind of would add more space, basically just I can also take to weddings, because sometimes if I'm not doing a massive wedding, I'm just doing bridesmaids and I know exactly what they need, I don't actually need to carry a massive case with me. So I need something that's versatile enough for me to take around with me, which is why I wanted a little trolley, because I can kind of take the tools that I have in the salon without really moving things about. But like I said, I do have separate tool cases just so I'm not missing anything. And I have like a suitcase at home already ready for weddings, and I have everything that I need in the salon as well. But I also bought tools so that I could have something that I can carry for little shoots, little jobs. Sometimes it's just a shoot for one person, you don't need to carry everything, but once you know what you're kind of doing, you can kind of pack it in one of these bags. So I got myself a little it's Haito tool case, and it holds just about everything. I've had one of these before and I don't know what I did with it. Oh, the zip broke, and I had it for about 3 years. So these are durable, and just like the Tony and Guy, the compartment is a lot more deceiving than it looks. It can hold a lot of stuff inside. So I really like these bags. You can even have, it has a compartment up here for your scissors. It's got a compartment on the side for God knows what. Knowing me, I'll probably stick a lipstick in there. It's got compartments and pouch areas here for what I'm gonna say is combs and stuff or something. And then it's got little elastic bits here. This is big enough to carry at least 5 straighteners, at least some tools, some pins, some clips, and then some. Not to forget, and products, not to forget that it's got pouches on the side, pockets on the side and on this side, and a little Velcro one at the back. So I'm probably going to set this one up today. I went in and bought some head job clips, but I am discovering that I like to use the flat clips a lot better than I like to use the grips, because sometimes these grips leave a little kink in the hair, and I like the hair to be dead straight whenever I'm cutting. Sometimes clips can interrupt your cut, so I'm becoming really precise about how I would like my cuts to be, and basically taking out any extra work that doesn't need to be done. Sometimes when you have a little kink, you have to work a little extra just to get it correct, which is what I've been doing a little bit. So I've started to work with little slide clips that don't leave any kinks, and I'm finding that my cuts are coming out much better, quicker, and not because of anything other that it doesn't leave a kink. This one I'm really excited about. I also bought myself Colexia. So Colexia is the brand new blow dryer. They really sold this to me, you know, like the woman's, like, it was like she was talking in just this sexual language in my ear when she spoke about this blow dryer. She told me that these blow dryers would blow dry your hair, blow dries her hair in 3 minutes. Now, I've been working in this industry for close to 10 years. I ain't never seen a blow dry been done in 3 minutes on any hair, even with a keratin treatment. And a keratin treatment speeds up your drying process by 40%. So if your hair takes 20 minutes to dry, it would take about maybe 12 minutes to dry. But when you've had a keratin treatment, I've seen this happen on many people. Many people are surprised when they have a texture release, a full-blown keratin treatment, or any of those keratin enhancing treatments. They're always like, my hair dries a lot faster, it's easier to handle. That's the technology behind the keratin. So when she said that this can do that, 3 minutes, you know, I said to her, I kept the receipt, and I said, do you know what, if I go and I blow dry someone's hair, it doesn't take me 3 minutes, we're gonna have a problem. But all jokes aside, I actually just wanted a new compact blow dryer. I've had a lot of big blow dryers, and though I love my blow dryers, they perform really well. I'm looking for something that's a little bit quieter, dries a little bit faster, doesn't blow as much heat on the hair. So when I went there, I was looking for new technology that allowed for the hair to avoid such direct heat, because, you know, infrared was quite good. It's quite good for non-direct heat, so which is much better on afro hair, and also just having like cooler temperatures, but it's still working through the hair and drying the hair faster. So that's what I was looking for when I went. So when she told me that this is a new technology, it's got a patent pending, meaning that, you know, they're really going in on making sure that this is the only sort of technology that there is. There's no other technology like it. She said that it was tested on multiple other brands, which I won't mention, but she's tested it amongst other brands, and still this one came out on top. Now, you're not going to tell me these type of things and I'm not going to test it out for myself. Now, I don't believe that my client's hair is going to dry in 3 minutes. No, I believe that we can bring it up to a rounded number of 7, you know, because afro hair is a little bit harder to blow dry, and we need to be a lot thorough. She had European hair, she had light, fine hair, so I took all of that into consideration and just added 2 to every number that she gave me, basically, to the number that she gave me. So that's that. I'm gonna take it out. This is actually the first time I'm taking it out, because I kind of dumped everything in the salon, and show you guys what is inside. Now, the blow dryer was £70 at the price in Salon International, but normally it goes for 98, so that's a big saving. So fresh off the back, it's already got a little bit here that has the 3 nozzles, and then it's got the blow dryer inside. Simple. Now, from what I know of Colexia, I know they're only making 1 blow dryer. So you're not, according to what she told me and what the brand stands for, is that they shouldn't need more than 1 blow dryer, because they've perfected this blow dryer so much, which is all this, that was really also quite awesome to hear about. So I'm guessing that as technology goes on, they'll make the blow dryer better, but other than that, they probably won't change it. but she said that they will not be having any other varieties of the blow dryer. This will be the only one available, because they've made it that good. So this is what it looks like. I love the fact that it's got this fancy little design, because I'm a sucker for stuff that look cute. The one thing that I really liked also about the blow dryer, and I know a lot of people have a problem with, is that blow dryers overheat all the time, and the fact that they overheat all the time could lead to so many different problems. Now, two things that she said that fascinated me. One, that this blow dryer will never overheat, ever overheat. It's like an Apple for blow dryers, you know. And I love me a Samsung, but we have to appreciate Apple. What is going on? Why can't I take this off? Right. So she said that every so often you can take this out, clean it, dust it. There are 3 spares in here as well. And once you clean it and dust it, you put it back in its place. And screw it back on. Which is pretty easy. Now, the nozzle here is where you attach all the nozzles and you blow dry with. And it has 3 settings, one and one, here and here, that you can use. And once you have it on the highest heat, you can also press this button and automatically the blow dryer goes on a cool shot. I watched the demonstration, so I actually know what I'm talking about. Now you can blow dry with this side of the thing that I found most fascinating is you can blow dry with this side of the blow dryer, which is the normal side that most people do, and then you can finish off your blow dryer on this side. Right, so I got the Nano Titanium Prima 3000 ultimate straightening, ultimate curling, ultimate styling. So Babyliss Pro was probably one of my favorite tools to use when I first started hairdressing. Like, they were my favorite. I used them. I love their curling tongs. I love all their bits and bobs, but I really like the original stuff. So I've got a lot of their original Pro tools, and then I moved on and got some of their Nano Titanium tools. So I upgraded my curling tongs for weddings and stuff. I upgraded and swapped some of my stuff for them, and I really like the way they come out. So because I have been focused on Diva and my Coriolis, I have completely ignored other brands, and my note this year was to give variety to my clients and not be so centralized on what was going on, because with straighteners it is so hard to find a good pair of straighteners that are good price. But I'm also noticing that with the technologies that are coming out, a lot of these straighteners are upping their prices, so they're no longer around the £60, £70 range. They're coming to the 80, 90 range, which is kind of close to what GHD is. And for me, like, I grew out of GHDs not because they're not good straighteners, just because I couldn't change the temperature. It was very set in its ways and it wasn't flexible for me, and I didn't feel like it straightened natural hair very well. And obviously I work with predominantly natural hair, especially now when we have naturals and we have relaxed hair, and then we have those that lie in between. So having straighteners that didn't cater to the majority of that crowd just didn't make any sense. So a lot of the time I'm now picking stuff that I feel work for everybody, so, or at least the majority. So these straighteners I also did a demonstration. They were good enough to have a demonstration out, so I didn't really want to buy anything that I didn't try, because everything sounds good, you know, come out. But these straighteners are right. So all the straighteners that I've had thus far, I've got square tips. And I was saying to my business partner that I really wanted straighteners that kind of were shaped to the hair and the way we go into the hair. I needed something that was slimmer, flatter, smoother on the hair, and could get to the root without burning clients, because a lot of these straighteners are so hot that the heat kind of bounces off onto the client's scalp, which makes them feel like you're burning them, even though it's just the heat from the straighteners. So I wanted something that was slimmer and just got to the root with one swift glide. And you probably can't even see, but these straighteners have that. And not only that, I also wanted something that when I curled the hair, I could hold on the tip, because a lot of the time you can't. Well, you can, but it is a little bit hot. But these have like rubber on the tip, so that if you are curling and you're holding it, you won't burn yourself. So that's what I really like about the straighteners. They're titanium, which means that they're great for presses. Normally, I'll test it out and I'll let you know. Titanium normally means great for presses, great for keratin treatments, and also good for relaxers, depending on how the hair is. Because normally with relaxers I tend to use ceramic straighteners because your hair's already straightened, but with titaniums I normally use them on naturals, and I do a lot of presses. So I wanted something that was gentle on my client's hair, not too hard, and also glided through so that they could avoid any heat damage. So that's basically it, really. I went ham, but for £250 I think we can, well actually no, I spent 200 on the dot. For £200 I think I did really well, and I've got necessities. Like I said, I can't wait to use the tools. So once I kind of get a grip around them, I am going to talk about them in my top 3 or my top videos, because like I said before, I did change it so that it's products that I'm using and I like, and tools. And I'll talk to you about how I feel about the products and all of that jimmy jazz. But I thought it would be nice to do a little unboxing from Salon International, just so that you guys can see what I buy, what I get excited about when it comes to tools. And so thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.